Raiders yesterday. AB missed practice on Sunday after his latest helmet failed safety testing by the league. The All-Pro receiver isn't over it, though. Last night, he filed a second grievance against the NFL in hopes that he can wear his old helmet for one more season. Brown is arguing that the league is arbitrarily applying its rules when it comes to his helmet. James, I cannot wait to get your take. What is going on with Antonio Brown?
Right now, I think it's time for him to give it up. You know, I love AB, but right now, everything is looking real selfish, real me. And you're, what Coach Tomlin used to say, you're throwing rocks at a tank right now. At the end of the day, if the NFL, Roger Goodell, decides that a sock fine is $100,000, that's what it goes to. That's the collective bargaining agreement that they sign. He has the power to change anything that he wants to at that point in time. You go back to when they started changing the rules for helmet to helmet. The first fine was $15,000, right?
Right.
All of a sudden, it was 75 for me, 50 for another guy, because we, not us, the Steelers voted no, gave him that power in the collective bargaining agreement to be able to do whatever it is that he wants to do.
By the way, you're the only team that voted no.
You'd be surprised. Some teams said they didn't even vote.
Really?
Yeah. But that's something else.
Okay.
So right now, I think he needs to sit back and really think about what he's doing. You're hurting the team about something the NFL is doing. That would be like when I was getting fined, I would say, you know what, I'm not coming to practice. I'm not doing any of this because the NFL is fining me. I'm not going to hurt my teams and teammates, the guys that are there for me, you know, and he just, like you said, he just got a huge contract.
Right.
Right now is the time to go out there and shine. You have nothing to worry about. You got guaranteed money. If you were to get hurt or anything else, all your money is still coming. And that's when you go out there and ball. So right now, I believe it's time to give it up and just let it go. I had to change my helmet.
Everybody have changed something. Fair to say you're a close friend of his? Is that?
I wouldn't say that close, but me and him, we talk. But we've talked a lot less. We've talked a lot less since he's went, you know, to Oakland.
All right.
I probably haven't, you know, had a conversation with him since then.
Okay.
You know, to be totally honest.
We've been around him some on shows, me a little more than you, but I always like him when I'm around him. Big personality, great smile, good energy, but the actions don't match the personality that we feel when he's on set, because the actions are indefensible often. And Shannon's been very hard on him. And as a friend of his or somebody who knows him pretty well, how would you describe what makes him tick? What's he all about?
Right now, I feel like he wants to win. He wants to be, you know, he wants to be on top. I think from him having the situation happen in Pittsburgh and him getting exactly what he wanted, right now he's in a situation where he feels like he should get exactly what he wanted because someone else got a leeway of the year with the helmet. But at the end of the day, what he needs to realize is all that can be changed on the drop of a hat. And you're talking about a helmet, man. Come on.
But here's the thing, James. It's not only the NFL, the NFLPA. This is a half and half thing that says we're going to do away with these old helmets. We got 30 new models that the players, like the 1,500 players that's going to go opening day rosters, whether it's 46, 32. So you're looking at about 15, let's just say 1,500 players. Now, 1,499 says, okay, I'm good. Now, AB was one of the guys last year. Tom Brady said, I've been to like 5 Super Bowls in the last 6 years. I don't really like the helmet, but the NFL has spoken. Aaron Rodgers, everybody says, you know what? I don't like it, but I'm going to do it.
And the bigger thing is, like you said, it comes down to a safety issue, and the NFL is dead set on safety. If he goes out there and something happens, he gets knocked out. He already had a concussion before, but he goes out there, he get knocked out, and he can't come back the same. Listen, if I'm him, and you let me wear this inferior helmet that you told me was inferior, but I fought you enough and you went on ahead. Well, I'm a backdoor and I'm suing you.
Exactly, and that's what the NFL is not going to allow. Because once the NFL and the NFLPA agree that we're gonna move away from these outdated helmets, and every helmet must be certified to meet the standards, the
standard rises as they get newer helmets. The standard of that rises. It's not that this helmet is horrible. It just is not. It's high enough standard for what we have now.
Just me, I don't think this is about a helmet. I think it's about Hard Knocks, because episode 3 airs tonight at 10 Eastern. And the star of the first 2 episodes has been one Antonio Brown, and he's continuing the spotlight on him by filing a second grievance. I think he knows, Drew Rosenhaus knows, they got no shot at winning this, but it keeps him in the news cycle. He is addicted to the attention, and he will be the star of episode 3 tonight. And I believe he will share that stage with a John Gruden, who will probably throw some quote-unquote off-camera fit about where the hell is Antonio Brown.
I don't see that happening because then Antonio sees that. And I don't see, as much as you're a Gruden fan, I don't see him wanting to upset someone I just gave.
No, I don't know if John can help himself. I'm with you.
But that's the thing. But what's so disappointing, James, is that we've given you this. You got out. You said you didn't like the way the quarterback talked to you like you were less than a man. And you didn't like the head coach and upper management that allowed this to continue. So you got everything you wanted. You got more guaranteed money. You went to a quarterback that's never going to talk to you sideways because he's less accomplished than you. See, Ben felt he could talk to you sideways because of those Super Bowls. See, Super Bowl give you, whether you're a coach, player, it doesn't matter. It makes you feel like you're bigger than what you actually are. So you got away from that. You got $30 million guaranteed for 2 years. And you're talking about you not practicing because of a helmet.
Listen, everything, like my mama used to say, that's done in the dark will come into the light. Right now, I believe you're starting to see what may have been happening in the dark in Pittsburgh come into the light.
Yes!
Interesting.
So, you know, like I said, the last year I wasn't there to exactly see it, but of course he was given a lot of privileges in Pittsburgh.
Yes.
That, you know, he was allowed to do because some people allowed him to do that.
Yes.
Right now, you're in a different situation. Like they say, the grass is not always greener on the other side.
It is. But when they watered and fertilized their grass over there, see, you letting the sun bake on yours, you ain't putting no water, no fertilizer. That's why your grass wasn't green.
Just remember, John Gruden sent Mike Mayock, his GM, but John's got the last call on all this.
Everything.
He sent Mike Mayock to tell the media, ultimatum time. Are you all in or all out? So when you say you don't want to push...
It's not John Gruden doing it.
Okay, but again, trust me, he signed off on it.
I know some guys over there in Oakland, and it's not
not
John Gruden doing it, so it's really not John Gruden.
I think eventually, you know what? I think in order to get this point across, he's going to have a conversation with AB. AB, boy. But see, the part that I hate most, James, is that, you know what owners and general managers are saying? This is why we can't give guaranteed money. You see how he acted? He done got the money.
Well, you know, they also have something still in their back pocket that's called conduct detrimental.
Yes.
And that's a thing that you go down that trail, and it's mixed up. And
I'm not trying to get nobody. I'm not really trying. You know, I wasn't being late,
you can lose a lot of money.
I'm not trying to get no money back.
Depending on how bad it is, it could almost void it.
That's in the fine print there?
Oh yes.
Shannon,
believe me.
You know what you said about how Super Bowls empower people to maybe think they're way more than they actually are?
Yeah.
I could throw John Gruden into that
absolutely.
match.
Yeah,
he did win a Super Bowl.
Yes.
And when they have their heart-to-heart, if it gets a little angry one way or the other, John is capable of saying, hey, do you realize I won a Super Bowl and you haven't?
Yes.
That's what it'll come down to.
Yes.
Because John thinks he was the driving force of Tampa's.
How the hell you think he got that contract?
Yep.
10 years? Who get 10? Whoa.
10.
Yeah.
That's
At
wow.
10.
10 at 10.
When he hadn't coached in 10 years.
10 for 10 ain't coasting 10.
Sounds good.
Yeah. And he got total control of that franchise.
Yes.
So don't tell me Mike Mayock was on his own when he said, are you all in or all out?
I didn't say he was on his own, but I said he's the one that said it. So it may look like to everyone else he's on his own. He's the GM. Now, I can play good cop, bad cop over here now.
Yeah, I know. And John's got some good cop in him, but trust me, way more bad cop in him.
But it's gonna come down, Skip. It's gonna have to be bad cop, bad cop. Ain't no more good cop.
No.
Because good cop ain't get me no info. So I'm just finna be bad cop, slam his head down on the table. Get your butt out there.
That's true.
It's Hard Knocks.
I'd like to see that on Hard Knocks.
Yeah, I mean, geez.
Man, this is ridiculous. Dude, you got $30 million and you talking about a helmet.
Yeah, you know,
I mean,
but he'll
like
find something new.
Everyone has to go through that. If you're blessed to play in the game long enough, you're going to have to change your helmet. I believe it was like 09, 10 that I ended up having to change mine. I didn't like it, but I wasn't about to sit here and
But if you
fight.
know, James, if they tell you in a year in advance, James, the helmet that you're wearing is no longer going to be allowed to be worn.
Honestly, I didn't get a year in advance, but it's a helmet. It's literally a helmet. You can find a different face mask or
But they gave him a year. But just imagine, what you wouldn't have done, you wouldn't have waited till training camp to try helmets. You'd have got one of the 30 models that they're allowing and see which one's going to fit you the best.
Yep.
He knew this was coming.
I know.
They told you.
Look, what I appreciated about you two when you played, you both had big personalities, big natures that would just fly out at any moment. But you were both we guys.
Yeah.
And 84 is a me guy. That's how it boils down.
Yeah, you got to win. At the end of the day, all them numbers are nice. Ooh, the numbers are nice.
Yeah.
Well, you ain't winning. I mean, what them numbers for? What you putting up all the numbers to do what?
We talked about the Cowboys locker room last segment. How much are these players affected by the way AB is acting?
I would definitely be disappointed.
I mean, at some point, it's going to get old.
Yeah, I would, like you said, I would be disappointed at that because now we're not talking about money. And we're not even talking about something the team is doing to you. We're talking about a regulation that is put in place to help the game be safer, help you be safer.
Yeah.
And you're not coming in and working with us so we can get things together. I would definitely.
Okay, but this team doesn't have veteran leaders on it except for the head coach, right?
Yeah.
They're young.
Yeah, I mean, Vontaze is in your locker room.
Yeah, I know. Ooh.
It's great for reality TV, though.
Man, you already know Ted's going to get one suspension this year. You already know that.
Listen, Ted's back. He in a good place.
Yeah, he is.
He ain't gonna get no
$5 so he get a suspension this year.
$5 he won't.
Okay, can't wait for
good.
this episode. James, too excited to have him here. James, thank you for joining us. Shannon, you're going to have to
that's why we can't do anything. Look at
Bill
that.
Belichick, he just
That
made
just
another
covered up
very
what you did to your
curious
pants
move.
already.
Why? We'll tell you next. We'll let Shannon get cleaned up. Oh, no.